What is up, guys? We are going to create a bottom-up design of the Automata with this short series. So with that being said, to help save some time, I've actually provided some parts for you. Down in the description of this video, you will find a folder that will have these parts, so you can just pull them in and play around and get to learn to do some assemblies, especially with the new Fusion updates. We're going to talk through a couple of those as we get going on, and you might notice that the top of this bar looks different than what we're kind of used to. So that being said, let's click on this new design up in the top right. When you open up Fusion with that new 2026 update that launched in January of 26, you have now 3 different design types. You have a part design, assembly, and hybrid. Hybrid is everything that you're used to with the Fusion prior to January of 26. So if you like that model, stick with it. If it works for you, it works for you. However, since we're doing a bottom-up design here, it actually is going to be better practice for us to use an assembly design. All of these parts were already created. We're just pulling them together and doing an assembly, so we can actually do an assembly design from here. But if we were looking at more of a bottom-up design and making things from scratch, a part design is what you would start with. So think of as a part as like an individual Lego brick. You would make your individual Lego, you would design it, and then you would pull in multiples of those Legos to then put together to make your final design. We're actually going to do this in kind of a stacked way. We're going to create our sub-assemblies, and then use our sub-assemblies to then create our final assembly. So with that being said, let's hop into it. So I'm going to click on Create New. And all these parts are in that folder, and we're going to pull in the pieces we need as we need them. So I'm going to pull in the bottom. One option that's going to happen is automatic ground to parent. I'm going to keep that there and click OK, because what this does for me is my first piece that I pull in on my assembly doesn't move, which is great. That's exactly what we want. I'm going to then pull my back. I'm going to use the center of these commands here, that little center dot, to relatively pull it in the space where I need it to be. I'm going to do the same thing with the side pieces. Going to pull in 2 sides. 1 and 2. There we go. I'll thread it. There we go. 1. Looks okay. I didn't move this perfectly in its space. And again, that's all right, because we're going to use these to help us relatively put the things where they need to be. And the last thing I'm going to be is the top. I'm going to click on the top, hover over, put it in my relative space I want it to be. Now, as everything goes, everything can move except for my bottom piece. Looks great. And we can hit the revert position if we need to. Or if we move something, you can capture that position just to help me move it out of your way. We're going to do joints like we've done before. So we're going to use that GA command on our keyboard, J for joint. And I'm going to hover over and I'm going to find my appropriate edge for my box. So I'm going to zoom in until I find my glyph, the blue axis of my glyph, to be going along an edge. And that's going to help me figure out what direction this glyph is going to be going along this edge of the box. So we can see right now that that blue glyph is actually pointing up. That's not what I want. I want the blue glyph to be going along my edge. That way, when they goes for those joints, they're in alignment. Sometimes you might need to flip if you did grab the wrong edge, but we should be good to go. We're going to do another joint command, hover over down the bottom. Make sure that blue glyph is going along that edge. Looks great. Alrighty. And here's a key example of might have to use that flip to then put the box back in its correct spot. We're going to use that joint command one more time. And we're going to hover over to the center of these edges. Notice I'm just grabbing all 3 centers, all 3 edges, and my box is starting to look a little assembled. Looks great. Okay. One more time, and there we go. Grabbing those center edges with those glyphs aligned correctly allows my box to be aligned. Looks great. We've now officially finished our sub-assembly. So we're just going to save this. We're going to call it box, and we're going to save it in the correct part. So I'm going to actually hop on over here to my Automata bottom up, and we'll just call this box for video. Just so we know I'm not pulling anything new in here and nothing I've made off screen. Okay guys, we're going to call this done here for this video, and it's a short 5-minute video, but this is to put the box together. Stick around and we are going to then hop straight into making our cam shaft for our next sub assembly. Alrighty guys, we'll see you soon.